This is Hannibal from the HannibalTV.com with part 2 of my numerous part review of Hulk Hogan's appearance on Steve Austin's podcast earlier this week, where I'm going to do some investigation into claims he made on this podcast, because some of the people that he took shots at in this podcast, such as the Ultimate Warrior, are dead now and they can't stand up for themselves. So he made a claim that I found unusual in this podcast, indicating that when he hugged the Ultimate Warrior in front of WWE cameras, I guess a day or two before the Ultimate Warrior died, that the Ultimate Warrior had no idea that there was WWE cameras rolling at the time. So I still haven't seen the footage myself. If someone wants to leave it in the comments, I would like to watch it. I don't have it at the WWE Network. I guess the Steve Austin show wasn't the first time Hulk Hogan has told this alleged story that neither him nor the Warrior knew there was cameras shooting them when they hugged, because I did found a story while trying to search for the video of the Ultimate Warrior's widow, Dana Warrior, who now works as WWE creative, making a comment about Hogan telling this story before and asking him publicly to please stop being fake when speaking about her husband. She suggested in this interview that Hogan would not have even had any type of conversation with the Warrior had the cameras not been there. She also goes on to say, and I quote, "Hogan is the only person in the WWE universe who did not give a call or send a card. My girls asked why he didn't check on us like everyone else, and I explained simply, there isn't a camera at our mailbox or in the house when we receive our calls." So Dana Warrior is calling bullshit on that story that they hugged and forgave each other, and she's claiming that this all happened for the sole purpose because there was cameras there, and it wouldn't have happened had there not been cameras there. Hogan also claimed in this interview with Austin that he had the idea of becoming Hollywood Hogan right after this match. He wanted to attack Warrior and Warrior to get juice. However, this goes against what a lot of people say, that it took a lot of convincing to get Hogan to turn heel in WCW because of merchandise reasons. He felt he would lose merchandise money by turning heel. The other thing is, he doesn't write anything about that in his book when talking about the match, and you'd think that is something he would have mentioned before. The only thing unusual about the match he mentions in the book is that it wasn't planned for him to take the belt from the timekeeper and give it to the Ultimate Warrior. He claimed in his book that that was a spur of the moment thing, and he ripped the belt away from the timekeeper and ran over there before the ref could. But in reviewing the match, which I did this afternoon, the referee didn't appear to make any effort to grab the belt after the match. He was in the ring kind of pacing around when Hogan went out to get the belt, and the timekeeper didn't put up any fight in letting Hogan have the belt. He also claimed that Warrior could barely press him up for his finishing move when I reviewed the match, and it looked pretty good. Finally, he also claimed that when he left the arena that night, the Toronto Sky Dome, everyone watched him leave, and nobody cared when the Ultimate Warrior held the belt over his head in victory. That's something also he talked about on Hogan's podcast. But I was there that night as a kid, and I remember the crowd was going nuts for that match, and everyone was truly shocked that the Ultimate Warrior won. Nobody expected the Warrior to win because Hogan had been winning for so long. And it was a great night. It was a great match. There was a phenomenal match. So it's unfortunate that he has to throw all the jabs out there at the Warrior when talking about a dead guy that can no longer defend himself, and he can't just talk about what a great match it was. It reminds me of when Bret Hart talks about the Davey Wembley Stadium match that everyone thought was amazing, and Bret had to come out with some stories that Davey was supposedly out doing drugs all night the night before, which Davey's then wife, Diana, denies. But why even mention that when everyone thought it was a great match? Why take shots at people that are dead? You got nothing left to prove. I guess it's just because they can't defend themselves anymore, and it's easy to do. But I do think if you had truly buried the hatchet with the Warrior and made up and considered yourself friends, you wouldn't throw the cheap shots at him. That is really sad. I liked both of you guys when I was a kid as a wrestler, but I definitely have more respect for the Warrior than you for taking those kind of jabs at a dead man.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.